this is the start of the race. You can see the drivers side by side, all lining up in their double rows. And we go green. We go green flag at the Nurburgring. The green flag waves into Pinker. Has a huge start ahead of the rest. As they come into turn one, the massive, hard-braking turn one. Will we see contact further down the grid? I'm not sure. But there is definitely some action. Morris side by side with Hewlett now through turns 2 and 3. The Mercedes Arena. The Ferrari holding off the McLaren. And Hewlett has to concede there. But he's also under pressure from the driver in P4, Rebecci, the pro driver. And Morris has managed to gap to Hewlett slightly. And we're seeing a little more action back with Elk and Urso. Elk has gone up a place, but Urso is still very much a threat. And even further back, we're seeing Priadko. No, sorry, that's even further back. Team Maras having a fight with Chard, and Chard seems to be falling down the order with Ostrichart's P11. And he needs to watch out for Bubbins now, who's just getting his nose in. And Pfeiffer onto the gravel. Does that give Bubbins the chance down the inside into turn 7? Bubbins going wide, and looks like, yes, Bubbins goes in deep. And he gets it. A nice... Now, he left Pfeiffer a lot of space through there. Question was... Well, the question is, was it too much, though? Coming through the Michael Schumacher S. And Pfeiffer taking on a lot of gravel, and that's Holvey. Holvey coming alongside Brum now. Into turn 10, and he's by. He's gotten past before they even hit the apex. And that's Rodriguez as well. Holding on to P25. Oh, and that's Holvey into the gravel as well. Rodriguez. Rucroft as well. These drivers are pushing so hard. They hit that gravel, it just means their exit is so slow. And it just gives the drivers behind that opportunity to pass. Across the pit straight. And have we caught them in time for a move by Hewlett down the inside? He has a look. He's gone fairly close. And Morris goes wide. This is Hewlett's chance. He's by. And into the Mercedes Arena. And he's by through the outside. And that's Hewlett up into P2. Caught them just in time. And that is Hewlett up into P2. Morris down P3. Oliveira on Guidolin now. Down the inside. Into turn 5. There's the opportunity I was telling you guys about. As they come to the right-hander now. Who I believe is actually in... Yeah, he's just outside the podium places for his categories. We see Rucroft and Fox having a battle. Coming through the fast right-hander. Rucroft down the inside of Fox, and you can see the amount of damage. I believe that's the damage we actually saw from the incident earlier between him and Zlatnik, the incident we just had a look at. Looks like Rucroft is pulling ahead of Fox, and Fox might be losing out on the drivers ahead purely because of that damage. As we see Bubbins making a move on Brum for P21. Oh, and there's contact! Contact into the right-hander, but they all keep it nice and tidy through the rest of the corner. Contact on the braking then. As they went side by side, Bubbins collided with Brum as he tried to defend his position. That's actually Neto just ahead in the... Oh, and Oliveira's off! Oliveira goes wide, and that allows Guidolin through. Oliveira at least keeps it out of the barriers, but he's gone wide and lost that place to Guidolin. So now he's lost 3 places overall. Oliveira then pushing really hard towards the end, and he just took a little too much curb through the chicane, and he's lost position now. Down to P14 is Oliveira. Coming into turn 1, this was Priadko and Mishk earlier. Whoa! Oh, that's what happened to Mishk earlier. We saw him sideways across turn 1, and that was Priadko then. Priadko coming in at a high rate of speed and just gave him a left tap, and that was it. Mishk then across, perpendicular to the flow of traffic. You can see Jackson behind, also looking to get involved now. He's only 1 second behind, but Rucroft is only 0.2 seconds off of Brum. Could we see a move down the straight? Or maybe even earlier than that. Brum's taking on some gravel. Rucroft down the inside. Brum squeezing him. Is there going to be more contact? But Brum stays ahead. Almost imagine there for a second we would see another Oliveira-Brum contact. And Rucroft's had a better exit. He's going to be making moves soon. A little twitch to the inside, but he's still a little far back for that. Is he looking around the outside? He does. Oh, and he's taking on gravel. And Rucroft keeps it together. Brum not giving him any space to move. He's trying to make it as hard as possible for him to come around. And he does have 14 seconds longer than most of the other drivers. Time stopped. Oh no! That's Priadko into the barriers. Priadko loses it. What has happened? I was too busy looking at the stats, but Priadko loses out to Ostrichart as well. And that's Priadko then into the barriers at turn 15. And that has gone terribly wrong for Priadko. He's still a position up on where he started, but does that mean he has to do another pit though? You can see the damage to the front of his car. And that's Priadko then, down to P8. Grass there. This is Fox, the lone Pro-Am driver. And he's coming alongside Mellet now into turn 7. Will they keep it clean, unlike Oliveira and the other driver? Oh! And that is very close racing between Mellet and Fox. I don't believe there's any contact. Now there is, though. Mellet trying to come across and squeeze Fox. He's looking for his fair share of the track. And the race leader comes through now. So to Pinker down the inside of Mellet. That means Fox has a little bit of time to get ahead. But that also means Jackson. Jackson round the outside of Mellet into turn 11. Mellet just getting out of Topinka's way, and that cost him. Jackson up into P23 now. It's going to be in question. Hewlett then under the slipstream into turn 1. And you can see he's flashing his headlights. He wants to work together with Elk. He's taking the move down the inside. Down in the middle of the track. It's a good move from Hewlett. And Elk looking for the cutback. And that's Hewlett up into P3. Hewlett taking the last podium position. Chard and Oliveira both looking to minimise the damage they've had to their starting positions. Chard started in P9. Now down in P14. He's lost 4 positions. And Oliveira as well started P11. He's lost 1 position. So we see them coming through the Mercedes arena, and Chard dives to the inside. And Oliveira had to just get out the way. You can see the little twitch to the right. And that's Chard then up into P12. Oh, and that's Mishk, Holvey and Rodriguez. Yeah, that's Rodriguez and Holvey. Oh, fairly big shunt. And Holvey's car is damaged as well. 0.3 seconds off of Rebecci. And we'll likely see a move, I believe, into turns 13 and 14 only at the end of the lap. Maybe a bit earlier. Turn 1, Hewlett seemed to have a better exit through there as they come into the Mercedes arena. He's only 0.3 seconds off. And he looks to the outside, but Rebecci has still got the position. But Rebecci's gone wide. He's defending the line through turn 4. Hewlett round the outside. And Hewlett takes P2. Brilliant move from Hewlett then, round the outside. Oh, and that's Rebecci. Oh, Rebecci getting really close to Hewlett now. And this is going to be a battle for P2. And here's to Pinker coming through the chicane, through the final couple corners to Pinker. He's had a huge lead and he's just been super consistent. He's been fastest all day long. Number 1 at the Nurburgring is to Pinker. Second race win of the season, and he solidified himself as one of the top drivers in the championship.